All right, so in today's episode of the Case Journey, we got a special one. I did get a gift from a really close friend over at ThinBorne, and they sent me out their brand new ThinBorne case for the S23 Ultra that also features, as you can see, MagSafe compatibility. I know that these are just coming out, so I want to make sure I get a video out for you all so y'all can see exactly how this case holds up. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into it. This is the ThinBorne case for the S23 Ultra. Let's do it. All right, so getting right into it, first things first, I'm gonna take it over to the box. Now, as you can see, I did already unbox this and I've been using it pretty heavily already. I got it in the mail yesterday and I really wanted to take this for a test drive. Absolutely loving the case, but first, let's go ahead and take a look at the boxing presentation. So this is the box that it's gonna come in, this nice carbon fiber. Absolutely nothing wrong in regards to that box. I think I've seen it as well on some other, Aramid Fiber style cases, but let's go ahead and open it because there are some little goodies here. Now, I did reach out to ThinBorne to see if this is something that only came with my particular case or if this is something that is going to come by default for everybody. Because for the price of the case, and you're also getting a screen protector, I think that that's a really sweet deal. We're not used to spending, 40 bucks on a case and also getting a screen protector as well. So definitely dope to see that. As soon as I get confirmation that, this is going to be included or isn't going to be included, I'll make sure that I either, leave a, note somewhere on the video or I'll leave a comment down in the description. That way, everyone kind of knows and we kind of set that record straight. So it does come with a screen protector. You got your installation kit for your screen protector. I want to say that this is just a kind of like a plastic screen protector here. So obviously, like I said, dope that it is included out of the box, because with most cases we're not getting screen protectors included, with that. You got to buy that separately. So dope that one is even included to begin with. So you buy this case and you kind of get everything in one. Again, that's if they come. I'll make sure that I put an update or something somewhere on the video if it does not. So let me go ahead and put the box off to the side. Wanted to make a note of that. So like I said before, you're getting your kind of your typical Aramid fiber material here with the added MagSafe kind of gateway to the whole MagSafe ecosystem is what I meant to say. So definitely good in that regard. Obviously a really thin case. Anyone who's buying this case is someone that I always say does not like cases. I'm someone who does not really like cases. In order for me to really rock with a case, it has to be thin, it has to be minimal, and I love having my MagSafe, and this really fits that bill. The actual Aramid fiber material itself is kind of what you would expect from Aramid fiber. Now, you do have certain cases that feel just a little bit different, kind of like your Pataka, your later case, where the material on them feels just ever so slightly more grippy, like it doesn't feel as slippery as typical Aramid fiber. This ThinBorne case is exactly in that same category. So while it is kind of more of like a kind of like a matte material, like you're not feeling like the individual Aramid fiber grooves, the case doesn't feel slippery in the slightest. Like you definitely have a nice grip on it. Now, I know you all are looking at this plate here. Yes, that is metal on the case, and I absolutely love that hit of metal. Not only does it, add for a really nice aesthetic, but if I kind of flip this on its side, you can see it also protrudes quite a bit. So you actually have some protection for your cameras if you do, drop the phone or whatever the case may be. Obviously, we're not doing any drop test here, but let's go ahead and get the case in. I'm going to slot that in, and as you can see, clicks right into place. Absolutely no issues there. You got your buttons nice and wide open there on the side. So obviously your buttons are going to be tactile and are going to be fine. Here's that bottom view. We'll go ahead and get that in focus. You can see a nice wide open port. So that way, if you need to use those third-party cables, no issues with using that. Let's go ahead and test out S Pen. And like I always say, if I can get to the S Pen without having any nails, because I bite my nails, you all will have no problem getting into your S Pen. So that's always good to see there. Let's go ahead and take it over to the top. You can see you got your microphone cut out right there at the top. And then last but not least, we're going to take a look at the back, and you can see that beautiful hit of that metallic material there at the top. So absolutely in love with that look. And again, your cameras are recessed in there. So you can kind of see like that, like that's kind of like a lip over top of your cameras. Absolutely love it. Speaking of lip, you can see on the front here, you do have some nice lip protection. There's the bottom and then there's the top. So when you put your phone face down, it's not sitting on your screen, it's sitting on the case itself. So really, really smart for the folks over at ThinBorne to add that. Here's the side profile. You can see it doesn't quite come the entire length of the side of the case, but it does come over a nice amount. So that way when you're holding it, doesn't feel weird to hold or anything like that at all. So absolutely love it. But you already know, since this is a MagSafe case, we got to make sure we test out two things: wireless charging, and we also have to make sure we test out the MagSafe strength. So let's start off with the strength. I'll bring over the trusty MagBack wallet case. We're going to go ahead and slot that on there. And as you can see, absolutely no issues whatsoever with that. I'm giving it a ton of shakage, and I don't have the car mount here with me, but I've tested it on my car mount, and my lord, like I've literally almost pulled the car mount off of like the actual vent mount attachment. Like I've actually almost pulled the mount off because of how much this sticks, like how strong the magnets are. So the magnets in this bad boy, absolutely outstanding. Great job. Again, I just kind of noticed this too, but if you look here, you do got a little bit of branding there. I'll get the light on that, and it does say, you can see it right there, raw boned, labeled there on the back of the case. Let's go ahead and bring over that wireless charger so we can test out the wireless charging. And as you can see, absolutely no issues with wireless charging. And then the last thing we'll go ahead and test before we go ahead and wrap this one up is just going to be the S Pen, while we have a MagSafe accessory attached to it, because I know that that was definitely something that got in the way on my Rinky a bit. So let's go ahead and test it out. Let me, instead of clicking, let's bring up our smart menu. We'll do create note. Okay, so just like on the Rinky, you do got to apply just a little bit of additional pressure. So keep in mind, I hit the back button. It is, okay, hold on. I think I might have messed it up there. Let's create a new note. Whatever. You can tell I don't use Samsung Notes. There is, and I'll pick this up. But as you can see, this is a test. So no issues there. Just got to give it a little bit of additional pressure because, again, you are using a MagSafe accessory. If I pop this off, as you can see, no issues with the S Pen whatsoever. So no issues there. Just grab the eraser, erase all that stuff off. No issues there. So if you're going to have a MagSafe accessory attached, just make sure, you apply a little bit of additional pressure, and you're not going to have any issue at all whatsoever with this particular case. Let me go ahead and close out of that. But that's going to do it for this one, man. A really dope case for the S23 Ultra. And in all honesty, I mean, I haven't gotten my hands on every case that I plan on getting for the S23 Ultra, but this is definitely what is currently on my device day to day. I'm not using anything else but this, but like I said, there are a couple more cases that I'm waiting to come into the lab before I kind of say definitively that this is the best case and my favorite case for the S23 Ultra. So definitely stay tuned to the channel because this is definitely one of my favorite. Can't wait to test out those other cases versus this one here. But as always, thank you so much for watching. This is Ike's Tech Talk. I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace.